You're listening to the Second Opinion Podcast. This podcast has been brought to you by Second Opinion Productions. Gaming is our passion. Podcasting is our profession. Check us out at secondopinionpod.com.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Second Opinion Podcast 148. My name is Solb. I'm joined by my partners in crime, Jenn PhoenixFire. What's up, Jen?
Oh, not too much going on over here.
Not too much. Just it's still cold, huh?
It's warming up. I can see my backyard.
That's good.
Nice. It's gonna be like 48 tomorrow, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's pretty warm.
It's like bikini weather.
Springtime on Oz. Yes. Also joined by Toaster Mcghee. What's up, Toaster?
What's good, everybody? This is, I think, the second show we're doing with my voice back to the way it was.
Yes, it is.
You know, Workman was so freaked out when he met.
He was, dude.
No, dude, like, when he ran into me at PAX, he was like, I can't do it. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you don't sound like Batman anymore. I'm like, well...
Where's the raspy?
Was that a thing for you? Because, I mean...
he really liked it.
It might have been.
Yeah, it probably was.
It really could have been.
I could totally see that.
I can just keep doing, I can't...
It's not as good. It's not as good.
It sounds forced.
So let's go ahead and get down into what have you been drinking, what have you been gaming. Jen, what have you been drinking and what have you been gaming?
Drinking, what do I have? I've been having grape soda.
Okay.
Make of that what you will. I had it with chicken yesterday, so again, feel free.
That.
I'm drinking green tea with ginseng in it. That's what I'm drinking.
Okay. Cool.
And gaming, I have been playing Smite on Xbox One, Diablo 3, Hand of Fate again. These are all things that I've been streaming. And I played Star Wall.
Star Wall.
Yes.
Not where
Star
Wars swimming in.
Narwhals. It's narwhals in space.
Narwhals?
Narwhals
Really?
in space. Sea unicorn.
Oh, no. I saw you posting
Yeah,
about that.
yes, I was streaming
I was
it
like,
for a
what the
little
fuck?
while, but I keep having problems with my volume on XSplit, so I'm having problems streaming from my PC. So instead I'm doing everything from my Xbox One, which is why I've been playing Smite and Diablo so much. So...
And for anybody watching or listening, you can also tune into Jen's stream and hear one-sided conversations with Jen.
Yes. Again,
when I fix XSplit, it will be me and you, Jeremy. You will be able to hear both sides.
No, like, that's the whole fun of it. Like, one-sided, like, when me and Dunny play Destiny, it's one-sided conversations with Toaster.
Yeah.
Jen, what is your Twitch channel again? It's Phoenix.
Twitch.com/PhoenixFire0729.
0729, and you stream pretty much every day now.
I stream at least 2 hours every night. Usually starting anywhere between 6 and 7, and then obviously sometimes later. I think Friday and Saturday night I stream for 6 hours. Each time. I went up until 1 in the morning because got caught up smashing things in Diablo. Yeah. But I'm doing a lot of streaming lately.
I gotta unequip that sword. I feel dirty for using it.
Oh, it's hard. Someone was actually questioning me about, it's like, why are you using modded weapons? It was like, because someone gave them to me. It was like, it's not anything I do. They're just there. You can unequip them and use something much less powerful.
When I find something relatively equivalent.
We may have to bump down from Torment 6, though, just so you know. I don't think we can handle Torment 6 with a regular normal weapon.
Like, Jen's streaming one night, and this guy jumps in, and he's like, hey, we're going to do greater riffs on Torment 7, or whatever the fuck it is. And it's like, I start leveling up like mad. And he's like, hold on, I gotta go get your friend a sword. So he disappears, he comes back, and he drops this legendary, ridiculous sword of fuck you all at my feet. With, like, these ridiculous gems and a legendary gem. And I'm sitting there, and I'm playing it, and I'm, like, sitting there, and, like, a little voice in the back of my head's going, you know, this feels an awful lot like something you would do in Borderlands. Why don't I look up and see if this is an actual fucking item in the game? Nope. I have never read a longer thread full of anger and bile in my life until I read that Blizzard thread and people bitching about people. This is the sword that everybody uses at endgame and it's fake, it's hacked, blah, 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 blah. I drop party instantly. Okay, so apparently you hold on to your beliefs very adamantly when it comes to playing.
I have the sword, and then this other guy came in and joined, and all of a sudden I had presents in my mailbox, so I opened them up, and I think I have some sort of gauntlet, I have an amulet, and a ring that are all, like, modded to these crazy specs.
See, it's fun to do in Borderlands, but in Diablo it just straight up feels like cheating.
Oh, because it is cheating, but it's fun. Come on. Like, you're not having fun just demolishing things like that?
Well, I don't need to have fun demolishing things like that. I'm a walking Sherman tank. I can stand there and get punched in the face. It's fine.
Yeah, but this is even better.
I don't know.
And of course, I did have to continue playing without you because I needed to level above you. And I figured out what those other Rift coins are. I used one. And I did poorly.
Oh.
But we can talk about that another time. So.
Yeah. Toaster.
He chose.
What have you been drinking? What have you been gaming?
I've been still on my Victory Dirt Wolf kick, and I got some Racer 5. Anybody who follows me on Untapped may have noticed I was basically playing catch-up for the past 2 years of beer drinking. And I had a moment. Racer 5, liked my review of their Racer, or not Racer 5, but Bear Republic liked my review of their Racer X double IPA. And all it was if you like Racer 5, then you need to drink this beer. And they were like, cheers, Toaster! I was like, that's awesome. Now I need to come see your brewery somehow.
Yeah.
In California.
Pay for my trip.
I'll come out there and sample your beer and talk about it on the air. Gaming-wise, I've been playing World of Warcraft. I made a paladin. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
I'm also SSX was one of the free games with Xbox Gold, so I went. Fuck you. No cheat codes in there, and I would just point out how northern that is. Fuck you just came out. Like you and every other person who's like, I don't want to play Toaster because he cheats. There's no cheat codes.
I just said that because I was like, I think I challenged you and Skelly. I was like, hey, I'm going to challenge you guys. I'm telling you, I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat this high score or something. I think I beat one of your high scores because it was right after the game released. And then bam, I get this notification that Toaster has beat my score, and I look and it's fucking 6 million or something. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, no, dude, I'm hitting high 30s, high 40s now.
Oh,
I
dude,
have Shotgun
man.
available today. I have Shotgun today.
That is a great
You
game,
reminded me.
which reminds me of a certain review that we bashed wholeheartedly. I don't like the game because it's got a lot of guns. Well, yeah.
Who said this?
A certain publication that we make fun of quite often on both my podcast and your podcast.
I know who you're talking about.
With the whole, well, there weren't as many guns in Rapture than there are in Columbia. Well, yeah, because, Rapture is about 50,000 feet underwater, and last time I checked, a firearm in a closed environment was a bad idea. Enemies can kill them across the screen? Well, yeah, because guns.
Well, oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What else have I been playing? Diablo 3. I think I'm going to pick up Dragon Age Inquisition again with a warrior. Because,
why?
Well, I played through as a rogue, and I found myself in tough fights switching over to, Cassandra and letting the computer take control of my rogue. Because apparently I rogue poorly in Dragon Age Inquisition. But also, I noticed that like there was a bit of a change in the voice acting. Like we're all used to like Jennifer Hale being like awesome, and then Mark Meir being a little wooden. Apologies, dude. Still great. You're on my show. But like with Dragon Age Inquisition, like the female voice acting seems a little wooden, and the male has more emotion.
Really?
Yeah, like the scene where like Cassandra's like, "I still blame you for," she's like, "What about this?" And you're like, the female's like, "You still blame me for this?" And the guy's like, "This is not my fault." I was at the grocery store. That's right. I was buying skins and plants. I was going to make a wine when this rift thing happened. The hell.
All
Armor
right.
stinks, lady. Change.
Drinking wise, I've been drinking Odell Brewery's 90 Shilling Ale. Really awesome Canadian brewing company. Fantastic beer. Gaming wise, I have been playing Hotline Miami 2. Also been playing some Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Which I don't know. Maybe it's just I suck at video games, but it's pretty hard to beat some of the levels.
Are their power levels over 9,000?
Yes, they are. They're about fucking 20 million.
Juicy.
Gunner beat that like last week.
Well, you know what? I just get stuck every once in a while on some of the story missions, but I gotta say, dude, like it's a fantastic game. Like even just the regular versus mode, the small like the side quest mode and stuff like that. It's a really really good game.
Did you see the trailer for like what was it, A Light of Hope or whatever? Dude, you should search that.
I will.
It's a pilot for what I'm hoping becomes like webisodes of the Android saga.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z Light of Hope.
Bioshock Infinite acquired.
Or I should say the Trunks saga.
Oh yeah. To where he travels back.
Yeah.
Also, I've been gaming Battlefield, getting ready for Battlefield Hardline, which comes out today. Gotta give big shout outs to my friend Thomas Rogers, who works at EA in Austin. He's shipping me a copy of Battlefield Hardline because he's fantastic. He's just an awesome guy. He's like, hey dude, I'm gonna ship you a copy.
I don't want to hear anything with the word battle in it unless it's followed by the word front.
Whatever. And I apologize to everybody as well. DCD found this leaked picture on a certain website of the Battlefield, 9gag of Battlefield or Battlefront Collector's Edition, which is like the Stormtroopers Edition, and supposedly there's a bunch of stuff saying it's fake now. But hopefully,
you can't find it anywhere on the internet.
Yeah, you
like
can't.
That wouldn't have, like really. You think if that was true, it wouldn't be all over the place?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it was just, and he had posted it originally. He was like, "This is supposedly the whatever." So whenever I posted it, I was like, "Pretty sure this is a rumor," but it looks fantastic.
That's like the Battlefront Collector's Edition. It comes with a statue of Kirk.
That would be. Oh, dude, people would riot.
Collecting Edition comes with a statue of Snape.
Snape?
Yeah.
For Snape? Oh, dude. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield, getting ready for Hardline. Hardline's coming out tonight. I'm really excited.
Yeah, when you were like GameStop, I was like, oh man, tell me I'm not missing like the release of Bloodborne.
No.
Bloodborne comes out on the 24th, and also on the 24th, Borderlands Handsome Collection comes out as well. Which I'm thinking about getting.
I'm not.
But Bloodborne, I'm not going to get. I think it's going to be a fantastic game.
Why aren't you get?
Dude, I know I'm going to suck at that game, Jen. Like I had it paid off, and I was just like, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get this game, and I'm like, holy fuck, it looks amazing, and I'm not going to get past anything, because I sucked at Dragon Souls 2.
You know,
I sucked at Dragon
oddly
Souls.
enough, I suddenly find myself on the same page as Caleb, except that with a different game called Lords of the Fallen, which I saw.
Oh, don't even get me started on friggin' Lords of the Fallen.
This game looks amazing!
Yeah. had Lords of the Fallen.
I'm the first enemy, and I'm gonna push your shit in.
Dude,
I couldn't get past the first enemy. I played every single character trying to find a way past it, and I was like, I rented it from GameFly, thankfully, because I didn't want to buy it because I knew I was going to be bad at it. But I thought I'd get a little further than that. No.
Stop employee at the GameStop that's up the street from my house. We have a bet going on who's going to trade it in first. Like every time I go in there, he's like, "Oh, I look, you haven't traded it in yet." I'm like, "How do I know that you haven't?" He's like, "So you have to take me for my word." I'm like,
"Yeah,
you're a GameStop employee. That's hard."
It was like Lord of the Fallen. I did the like crossplay or whatever with Jay Shotglass. We made this video of it, and I was just like, "Hey, you want to do crossplay?" He's like, "Yeah, for sure." You know, so he jumped in and he started playing, and I had him like right there at that first boss. So he's like, "Oh shit, I think I'm fighting a boss." And like after that moment, I was like, we did the little video and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna beat this guy, and then next time, I'll get him to jump in, and we'll do another video of crossplay. I didn't ever beat the fucking thing. I never beat it. I was like, fuck this.
I might end up having the Order 1886 to support a friend.
You might have to go pick it up.
Yeah.
I think
my buddy knows
even if
did mocap and stunt work for that game.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah. I think people need to try it out. I don't think people need to just like shit on the game and say, oh well, it's. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My little review that I did for it, I gave it a buy, but I did say I wish there was a little bit more like gameplay aspect than the quick time event.
I think my issue going on right now is that Batman Arkham Knight comes out in June, and I think that's like the game I'm really waiting for. Which, I mean, it sucks, and there's awesome games that are coming out before then, but as an Arkham fan, like, that is the...
Oh, yeah, it's going to be... I have a friend, Chase Lucas, that...
It was like November 11th of 2011 when EA was like, Mass Effect 3. I was like, alright, every other game doesn't matter anymore. Sorry, guys.
My friend Chase Lucas
doesn't matter.
Was saying, did you get the collector's edition? I was like, you tell him the one with the statue? He's like, no, the limited collector's edition. I was like, what is that? And he's like, you get a full replica Batmobile.
Yeah, Batmobile edition.
I was like, what?
Wait.
He's like, what is it, like $2.99, I think.
Can I drive the Batmobile?
No.
Then no.
Yeah, I think it was either 200. I think it was only $250.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was $250.
Oh, I got to do a real shout out to my local comic book store, Gotham City Limits, real quick, because I picked up the dude's perfect buddy, Jack Burton. Big Trouble in China.
Oh my god.
You got some problems, Toaster. Let's say.
I even have a shirt that says I have issues. It's playing with comic books.
Yes, you do. Fabulous shirt.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move down into video games coming soon. We got Battlefield Hardline launching tonight. We also have Resident Evil Revelations 2. I think that's episode 2 that's launching tonight as well. Am I correct on that? Like, I don't really understand, because Revelations is already out, isn't it?
Revelations is an episodic Resident Evil game.
Right.
Maybe they just have another version launching...
No, it's the second...
No, yeah, episode 1 came out. Now episode 2 is out. It's like a Telltale game.
Well, episodes, maybe it's just now coming out for Xbox, because they have it listed on GameStop and Amazon for the 17th for $39.99. I don't know. Maybe they just have the dates wrong.
It's a timed exclusive.
That's probably what it is. Anyways, then we have Cabela's African Adventures. Definitely picking that up. Final Fantasy.
Comments I want to make on that one.
I know. Final Fantasy Type 0 HD is coming out as well. I actually want to pick that up just because it has a Final Fantasy Versus demo with it.
Can we go back to Cabela's for a second?
Yeah.
Why does PETA get pissed off about virtual whales?
I don't know.
And
but they don't get. And this
they never say anything about these hunting things. Like they'll go out to StarCraft because of the Zerglings, But no one says anything about these.
Now this is African Adventures. Now in African Adventures it says explore the vast wilderness of Africa on foot and by vehicle, where you'll go head to head with the most fierce beasts on the planet, as of lions, zebras, rhinos, and
Wait, how are zebras the most feared?
I just added zebras in there. It says rhinos, lions, leopards, state buffalo, and African elephants.
Maybe an alpaca or a llama.
What the fuck? I'm all about like if deer season comes around, hunting and then like eating what you kill. But like if you just go like, hey, I want to spend thousands of dollars and fly to Africa, kill an elephant and a lion just for the hell of it. No, dude, come on. Like what's the purpose of that?
Suddenly the podcast goes Greenpeace.
Mario Party 10's coming out on the 20th.
Let me run out and not get that.
Bloodborne's coming out on the 24th, and I think there's another version. Yeah, Child of Light is coming out for the PlayStation Vita on the 24th, which Child of Light is a really good game. That's about it. And then we move down into April. And in April, I'm very excited for the 14th. The Mortal Kombat X comes out, and now there's two different collector's editions. There's a GameStop exclusive collector's edition, which has a different style of Scorpion statue, and then there's the Mortal Kombat collector's edition, which has like this awesome, badass Scorpion statue.
You know, I was really on the fence about buying that game.
And now you've changed your mind.
Now, just because it... Like, I just want to see how he fights.
That was awesome.
Like, seriously, like, how are you do not know Kung Fu, Jason Voorhees? Like, you just a big lumbering dude with a machete. Like, how are they going to make that look cool?
Well, how'd they make Freddy Krueger look cool? Because, you know, Freddy Krueger is more or less like he torments your mind. But they made him pretty... I
remember sitting in that movie and going, when the fuck did Freddy learn Kung Fu? When he did, like, reverse spinning back heel to, like, Jason's jaw.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Pretty strange movie.
But, like, other rumors, like, I mean, McFarlane supposedly came out and said, yes, Spawn is going to be in Mortal Kombat X, but I haven't heard anything, seen anything like that.
What happened with that is it was actually a Gamer Fit Nation interview. And he just kind of... I think they asked him something about Mortal Kombat, and he was like, well, they have the rights to Spawn, so anytime they want to use them, they can. But it's only for 2 years, so if they don't use them in that 2-year period, then they can't use them.
And then there was other rumor flying around that the Predator was going to be in the game.
I don't know about the Predator, but I do know that there was a picture of one of the shadows of the characters from an earlier version of the game, and it looked like a T2. Like, it looked like a Terminator T2. So I don't know how the fuck that would, like, make that...
Come with me if you want to live.
But anyways, so that's pretty much the video games. We're going to go ahead and...
What do you think Jason's fighting style is going to be?
I think it's going to be real heavy hitting. I think it's going to kind of, if anything, it's going to probably remind a lot of Mortal Kombat players more or less like Kratos, because Kratos, in the last one on the PlayStation version, he wasn't really fast. He had really heavy, really heavy attacks. I'm guessing that's probably what they're going to do. I think he'll have a little bit more speed than what people are going to think he's going to have.
The problem with Jason in a video game is he can only use a fatality if somebody's doing drugs or having sex.
Maybe that's what...
That wouldn't be too difficult to do in a video game.
I know, right? Especially combat. We'll see. Like, there's a lot of characters coming back.
Rips out a bong real quick, like, I'm just going to smoke this.
Hang on.
Oh, I got to kill you now.
Hang on real quick. I'm going to do some ice.
I
gotta go.
Come on, dude. You know that's a good one.
I gotta get a plane ticket so I can fly to Texas, so I can knock on Caleb's door. When he opens it, slap him, and then
just leave.
And go back to Jacksonville.
See you later. Hey, slap you. See you later, Jared. It's good to see you.
Slap you, and then like slowly look at you and shake my head, and then just walk away.
Oh man. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get down into the topics. Real quick topics, just kind of quick hit stuff. As we were talking about, Jason Voorhees has been announced for Mortal Kombat X on Friday the 13th. A little 20-second trailer was released, and is just completely black, and then you hear, and I was like, oh shit, he's coming to Mortal Kombat. So he's coming.
Do you think this is going to lead to like a larger thing of like downloadable content, like the horror movie masters?
No, I don't think.
Oh, come on, Michael Myers in Mortal Kombat?
No, it won't happen.
It's like this, facing with a William Shatner mask.
Yeah. Also, it was released today. A brand new Lego Jurassic Park trailer has been released. The game looks fantastic. Actually, in the trailer, they get to the scene to where they're lowering down the cattle into the raptor cage, and instead of the cattle going in, the cattle is actually, or the bull is actually the one running the machinery, and there's a guy strapped up in the thing. So he like drops down and pops back up. He doesn't have a shirt on. But it looks hilarious. Like, it looks really, really fun.
Chris Pratt plays every part.
It does. And in this game, it's going to be all 4 movies. It's going to be Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, and then it's also going to be Jurassic World. So I'm really excited.
You can't have a Lego game of the original Jurassic Park movies without John Hammond and the word damn.
I think they have it. I think they have pretty much everything in there. Like they have all, because now they stopped doing they stopped doing the silent Legos, and they started actually dubbing in the actual movie.
Is the Samuel L. Jackson minifigure going to have the cigarette hanging out of his mouth like he did?
Just as long as they have Samuel L. Jackson turn around and say, "Hold on to your butts," I will be fine with the
cigarette bouncing between his lips.
Yeah, that would be fun. They'll probably, what they usually do with stuff like that, they substitute it, so he'll probably have like a lollipop or something like that.
I don't think he said motherfucker in that movie.
He didn't. He didn't.
Wow.
But anyways, so that's just a couple of small topics. Topic number 1, Infinity Ward welcomes back former lead designer Todd Alderman. Alderman was actually the lead designer over Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, the Modern Warfare franchise, and Call of Duty Ghost. And I think in 2009 or 2010, I think he kind of pushed himself away and was like, okay, I think I'm going to stop doing this. I'll help you guys with Ghost, but then after that, I'm going to stop. I actually think the reason why he is coming back is to help with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare re-release.
I think
now,
Spacey.
Do what? They're going to change everybody's faces to Kevin Spacey.
That's the only reason he came back. That's Spacey.
So
you were gone for so long. Why are you back?
There was a big petition recently on, I think it was change.org or something like that, or petition.com, whatever the hell it is. Some people started the petition and they wanted an HD remaster, like, collection of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare games. So, like, Modern Warfare 1, so far I think it has like 300,000 like signs. Modern Warfare 2, it's got like 200,000, so on and so forth. So they could be coming back with the HD. They could be coming back with the HD Call of Duty, and which would be cool because I love Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. I thought it was one of the best ones, if not the best one. But
when is BioWare going to finally admit they're coming out with Mass Effect Remastered?
Well, we actually talked about that yesterday, and I got to give them big shout-outs. There's a show that is I think it's a weekly show, or it's like every 4 days on PlayStation's live app. You can check them out on Twitch at The Level Up Show. They talked about that. They had a little, a little vote with the viewers of saying, what game do you think Bluepoint is working on right now? Because supposedly Bluepoint is working on an HD remaster of a really big trilogy. So I actually think Bluepoint is working on a Mass Effect remastered for next gen. I definitely think they are. Because Bluepoint is obviously all known about that. But there was something I did want to ask you guys before we move to topic number 2. Do you think HD remasters of games are getting overdone? And do you think they're overpriced? Starting with you, Toaster. Go ahead, sir.
I'm sorry. What was that? I was...
HD remastered titles, do you think that they're getting done like too much? Do you think you're seeing them too much? Now the DMC Definitive Edition is only $39.99 and it comes with, you know, both like the DLC and whatever else. Do you think they're remaking too many games this early?
Hold on, I'm sorry, I got distracted by... I started a Twitter string apparently because of ADT commercials with Bing Rames.
Ridiculous.
I was like, I'm going to get a cardboard cutout of Bing Rames and put them on my porch so people think I have ADT.
That's still going on?
Yeah, the co-producer of Burn Notice apparently just retweeted it.
It's like manatees with lettuce on their heads.
What the hell is up with... I don't know. But thanks, co-producer of the Burn Notice, for retweeting my tweet. That's awesome. Anyway, I don't think they're being done too much. I would appreciate it if a company would just be honest about it.
Yeah.
Gearbox. Seriously. Well, we're not going to come out with an HD version of the game because we don't think there's enough of a sales base. 6 months later. So, we're coming out with... Fuck you.
I just, to be honest with that, though, and I said it while I was at PAX South, I don't understand why they didn't just put all of them in one. Borderlands 1, 2, and then the pre-sequel. Because that's not what the Handsome Collection is. It's just Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
And then all the DLC. Like, why didn't they just put the first one in there as well? Was it, like, too much work?
Maybe. Maybe the code was too old.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I can't...
Don't be...
I can't be angry
brain
about
fuck,
it because, like, there are games that I would go out and get, like, Mass Effect. I would totally get that for the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. I did it with Diablo 3 for the Xbox One. I had it on Xbox 360, but I was like, no, I want to
better graphics.
Yeah, so it's just... I think it's indicative. I think it's... I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's part of a larger problem where creativity has just fucking stagnated.
Yeah.
You know, like, seriously, I mean, Hollywood is rebooting everything they possibly can reboot. You know,
oh, they are.
Disney got Indiana Jones, and now it's like, oh, well, Shia LaBeouf's a douchebag, so we're going to get Chris Pratt to be Indiana Jones. Or, you know, thank God they're not like, we're going to redo Star Wars, because I would go fucking ballistic.
It'll probably happen.
Don't say that out loud.
I was going to say, because they'll probably like,
that's genius. And like, you motherfuckers, what are you doing? Like, for instance, somebody posted on the Facebook, somebody I know through Workman or something, I don't know. They're apparently making remaking The Secret of Nim.
Yes, they are.
And they want to make it CGI.
Yeah.
First of all, that book is a fucking classic. Second of all, there is one character in that movie that I am proud to share a name with, and that's that idiot Crow, because he's awesome. Jeremy the Bird is amazing. You know, I mean, that movie holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts. I mean, it's right up there with The Dark Crystal. You know, for people who are around my age or maybe a little older than me, you know.
Jim Henson.
But, I mean, that if you want to, like, bring it to a younger audience, sure. Remaster the original, you know. Brighten the colors up. You know what
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the original. There's no reason
for it to
be redone.
And there's no reason it needs to be fucking CGI either.
Oh, God.
Like, that's...
Well, I just hope,
Damn it!
you know what's going to happen, though. Like, they're going to take out, you know... I mean, if you remember, in The Secret of Nim, there was some pretty fucked up shit in that movie.
Yeah, Nicodemus was a freaky motherfucker, man.
Dude, like, there was some freaky-ass shit in that movie.
I am a giant rat whose eye will green, and I will save you.
Why do they have to do these things at the most absurd times? Sorry.
What?
Gigantic Alpha Test is Wednesday.
Yeah. I got an email about that just a second.
That's like, you know, like now they're doing the live-action Disney movies, like Cinderella.
Dude, I went to the movie theater the other day to see Chappie. Like, there's gigantic fucking posters all over the windows. Cinderella is sold out. Every showing is sold out. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what the fuck? Chappie was good, yes. Really good.
You know, you know what I want to see? I either want to see somebody make that Power Rangers movie that James Van was the bad guy in, which makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
But it was good, though.
It was good, but like part of me was still like fucking ripped off Voltron.
Yeah.
Bitches. Make a live-action Voltron movie. Like, seriously, or come up with something fucking original, please. Like, I don't know.
There is a live-action
Sit
Voltron
down
coming.
with Robot Loves Kitty and just pick their brains for a little while because they're coming up with new things.
Did you hear me?
What?
There is a live-action Voltron coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's also a live-action He-Man.
Michael Bay better not be right.
Yes, the He-Man.
Yeah.
Although
Anyways,
the
okay, let's
Battle
go
Cat
ahead
image
and
was
move on to
pretty
number
nice.
2. It was. It was pretty
Now,
bad.
anytime anyone mentions He-Man, I think of that stupid video of him singing.
No,
Now I want to look that up again.
so Dota 2
Live-action remake of that video, and I was like, what?
Yes!
Fuck, I
Oh
just
my
watched.
god, this is stupid, dude. Oh, that was horrible. So Dota 2 may soon be including the GOAT from Goat Simulator as one of its characters. Valve's multiplayer online battle arena Dota 2 may soon include the 2014 hit GOAT Simulator character. Coffee State Studio is working on, or is having their attempts to have a custom courier, whatever, in the Steam Workshop. It's pretty awesome, I guess. I mean, you know, it just got announced recently that GOAT Simulator is coming to Xbox One.
The goat's attack is break gain.
I hope Goat Simulator comes to PlayStation 4, or I'll just have to pick it up on Steam. But that's pretty cool. Cross platform and some Goat. Zippity-doo-dah. Anyways, I don't know.
All right, wait. The goat from Goat Simulator and Jason get into a fight. Who wins?
The Goat.
The goat versus the 1986 Chicago Bears. Who wins?
The Goat. Have you seen what that goat can do? He can turn into a
Is
giraffe.
Ditka coaching the goat?
If Ditka is coaching the GOAT, then he'll win the Super Bowl. He'll definitely win. Topic number 3, though, too. Battlefield Hardline puts players in the driver's seat of America. Players have now discovered in the Dust Bowl map on Hotwired mode for Battlefield Hardline, there's an Easter egg. Every once in a while around the map, a random player was playing on the early access from EA and saw this couch just sitting out in front of a house and was just walking by and noticed it said hold to drive. And he was like, what the fuck? And like walked up to it and held the drive, and it's a drivable couch. And it's the fastest vehicle.
Because that wasn't already done in a different game.
I know.
Yeah, that
It's the
that was fine in Saints Row because it made sense in Saints Row.
Well, they call it the American Dream because anytime you run over someone in the game with the couch, it says that the character got America'd or America'd.
God.
Wow, we have reached a point where our patriotism has become part of pop culture
Yeah.
of this country.
Going to Canada.
Because America.
America.
Player 6724 just America'd you.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get down into the talking points. Something I did want to talk about. Get you guys a little bit of insight on this. Will the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 platforms stop having games created for them? Now, we've seen it a lot here recently of games for those platforms getting delayed and some of the games being completely canceled as of Dying Light. Mortal Kombat X has been delayed for those platforms. And I think it's starting to somewhat get harder for the game developers to create games for this and current gen. Jen, what do you think? Do you think that pretty soon we'll see a real big drop-off on last-gen games being created?
I would have to say yes, only because, I mean, it's expensive to create them for... I mean, they have enough problems creating for the current-gen systems.
Yeah.
Look at all the extra effort they have to put into those because they keep coming out as piles of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's me putting it nicely. But then you want to have it released where they have to downgrade everything to go on a lesser system where it's they're still going to have problems. They're going to have to support that one where they have, it's not necessarily in their best interest to do that. Unless, if they do, there are a couple, like was it Forza, who they at least put them in different studios, so they weren't necessarily overloading people with work and having it, done through two different places. But I think within the next probably 2 to 3 years, there won't be any more 360 PS3. Maybe 1 or 2 kind of lingering, but nothing major.
Not much.
No.
All right, what about you, Jeremy? Do you agree with her?
I think the PlayStation 3 is going to have a little bit more longevity than the Xbox 360 is going to. I don't think the 360 is going to make it past next year. Like, really, when it comes down to, like, AAA titles and stuff like that, because of the fact that it's essentially a jacked-up DVD player.
Yeah.
Whereas the PlayStation 3, while it might not have the same processing power as the PlayStation 4, it is still using a Blu-ray drive. So, I think the PlayStation, like I said, I think the PlayStation is going to have a little bit more life to it than the Xbox 360 is going to be, but it's just going to really come down to, do studios want to keep pumping money into the last-gen consoles as the market share of the current-gen stuff gets bigger and bigger? Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was a little transfixed on this area of Texas is finally getting something like the Alamo theaters down in Austin.
Oh, I thought you guys were. Yeah, I thought you were about to say that you were actually getting high-speed internet in Texas.
We do. I think there's only a few places here and there. We're getting this thing called Studio Movie Grill.
Nice.
And it's pretty much like Alamo.
There's a place like that here. It's called the Sunset or Sunray Cinema.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool if you're a skinny hipster.
Is it like dining while you're watching a movie?
Well, you can get like pizzas and stuff, but like you sit in like movie theater thing. But like I said, they serve good beer, so that was cool. But again, if you are not a skinny hipster, you don't get comfortable until you've drank like 3/4 of your pitcher. And then you don't care about the armrest digging into your fat handles.
Yeah.
Oh,
God. Jesus.
I'm not listeners, but definitely can't fit into an old school style movie theater seat, with the hard plastic armrests that grate and cut you. And then you gotta go home and take a bath and disinfect it because you don't know where those plastic armrests have been.
Ew.
Yeah. All right, so I agree with both y'all. I do think I think the Xbox 360 is probably going to be the first one to stop, but I think it's going to happen pretty quick. Next and last thing we're going to talk about is the gaming industry growing too fast. Now, this is something that me and Jen have talked about before, and I think me and Toaster have talked about as well. Man, dude, it's just weird. Like, it's weird how like, I'm very happy to see how big the gaming industry is getting, but it scares the fuck out of me at the same time, because it's getting to the point now, that it's like, it's almost overwhelming to the fact of, like, there's too much shit going on at once. And as much as I'm serious, as much as I love the fact that they have PAX South in Texas now, so I can go to a PAX and not have to pay for a flight cost or anything like that. I can just drive down there. It's awesome. Seeing the way PAX East was kind of perceived, they had somewhat the same shit there too. There wasn't much difference in both of those events, and they were very close between each other of the time frame and whatever else. But it seemed like it's starting to get spread thin on gaming events. It's almost like there's too much shit going on at once. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's starting to get like crazier and crazier and crazier. I might just be rambling on, but do you agree with me, Jen?
Well, that's not really the games industry. That's just
more
crazy convention shit.
Yeah.
And I agree that there were very few things I would say that the major difference between South and East was obviously the size.
Yeah.
But there still weren't AAA things at East, which didn't really care about. Again, only thing I went there for was The Witcher 3. I didn't care about anything else.
So
Could have
I
left
gotta
after
ask if you like
Friday.
it. Was it good?
But all of the indies.
Steve Punk's Batman top hat buddies for life.
Hashtag. You forgot the hashtag at the beginning. But just the massive amount of indies that were there, which was the same as, in context looking at it, is the same as South, because it was more indies than anything else.
Well, I think the difference...
I think they're putting way too many things way too close, because you had people that went from GDC to PAX East, and then I know people that went from PAX East to South by Southwest.
Yeah.
So, that's all while they're trying to work on crazy games. Like, that's a lot to put all together at once. You need to have some spacing here.
I agree. You need, crazy amount of space in between it all.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that it's just back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. Everything is lined up and crunched together. And even when you think about events like E3, QuakeCon, I wouldn't even say San Diego Comic-Con. I don't really consider it a games convention. But it's just there's so many conventions popping up now, dude. There's a TwitchCon. There's the PlayStation Experience that they're saying is supposed to happen I think they're going to try and make it happen every year.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go to that, I would love to go to that, but it's it's in fucking December, dude. There's
BlizzCon
no way
was just announced.
BlizzCon, it's just crazy, dude. It's crazy, crazy, crazy how much shit's going on all at once. What do you think about what we're saying right now, Jeremy? Do you think that and I guess I wouldn't say it's really the industry. Because I do feel that the industry, there's a lot of people out there that are kind of rushing on what they're doing.
I think gaming, I don't know, I think the community and the industry as a whole are in a weird place right now.
Yeah.
One thing that I really enjoyed about PAX East this year was the number of indies there. And, the games that I played, rekindling, kind of what I felt like when I played Mario Brothers. This game Chariot that we played. I was just randomly playing with some other guy, who was standing there at the console. And of course, our first time both playing the game, we decided, why don't we just pick the hardest level? Dumb. Yeah. But we beat it. The developers were like, wait, you guys seriously made it past that? We're like, yeah.
Yeah. Is there a problem?
But it was seeing stuff like that. There was some AAA stuff there with Overwatch. Nintendo had a thing, and of course Microsoft was there with Halo 5. But it was really just the multiplayer, which I was like, okay.
Yeah, and that's what I heard. It's there was a lot of the stuff. There was a lot of stuff that was just the same stuff that's been shown.
With Halo 5 multiplayer that I haven't seen with Halo 4's multiplayer, or Halo 3's, or 2, 1, or... Seriously, really?
But you got a lanyard. That was the difference. You got to play Halo 5 multiplayer and you got a lanyard.
Overwatch was a lot of fun, and anybody...
Oh God, yes.
Who likes Assassin's Creed, I recommend you play Hanzo, because he can wall climb. It's a lot of fun. But really, I don't think it's that the industry's gotten too big. I think studios are too worried about money versus quality. Mm-hmm. And it kind of makes me a little angry as a gamer, because it makes me feel like they think we're stupid. I'm just going to let that lie where it is. Instead of just being I'm a broken record on this. You got studios like CD Projekt Red and Blizzard and now Activision too, with the Call of Duty stuff. They got so sick and tired of people going, when's it coming out, that they're like, what, fuck it. We're going to get 3 studios together. We're going to release a title every year, but a different studio is going to do it, so you have a quality game when it comes out. Yeah. And then you have Blizzard, who's like, Overwatch, when it's done. When's that?
Yeah.
When we say it's done. Really?
And I gotta say, dude, I know there's a Call of Duty every year, and you sit there and think, God damn, there's a fucking Call of Duty every year.
But it's made by a different
But it's made by a different studio, so each one of those studios get to work on their games for up to 3 years.
Yeah.
2 to 3 years at a time, and it's a damn good business plan, man. If you want to come out with something like that consistently, that's a really good one.
Like I said, I think the studios need to trust their fans more, and they need to realize that while there might be some people who are like, I want this game now, I guarantee you there are more people going, I want this game when it's done.
Yeah. I agree.
And I think that's the problem is they're just trying to churn out content, and it's not enough. You're not putting out quality content, and now you've got indie developers that are doing games that rekindle and, like I said, recapture the joy of being a Nintendo player. Like 16-bit graphics and stuff like that, and they're actually legitimate stories. And we saw I hate to say it, but it was pretty much a Diablo 3 clone, but a lot brutaler. So,
yeah.
Yes,
Brutaler?
it is now.
Brutaler?
More
More
brutal.
brutal?
The Dungeon of Doom or something like that, Jen?
Grim Dawn.
Grim Dawn. Dungeon of Doom, I guess, would be a synonym.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, these guys used to get overlooked because of the amount of AAA stuff you would see at these conventions. The fact that Kitty from Robot Loves Kitty had printed out a map of all of the indie booths, and then the booths that weren't indie, 90% of those booths were gear, like Glom Tom, Logitech, MSI. There was maybe one or two big. I mean, even Harmonix. They were like, yeah, we're coming out with Rock Band 4, but it's not gonna be there. Wait, what?
Yeah, they had a sign. Which
Yeah,
They had a sign that said that?
$100.
yeah, they had a sign. They had the sign up around their booth that said Rock Band 4, and because they were doing pre-orders for the guitar.
Oh, okay.
But they had Amplitude and stuff. That was it.
CD Projekt Red. We were talking about this on the 16-bit show the other on Sunday because Dunny was like, "Don't you think that was kind of sneaky?"
It was
What?
fabulously sneaky.
Sent down an email going, "Hey, blah," and then we got an hour hands-on, which honestly, asking what The Witcher's like after only an hour of playing, it's pretty.
Yeah. I really wish that I could have tried it
I
out.
can't
That's the
even.
thing
Just,
is Jen watched me play for an hour.
yeah.
And how much did I get done? I got.
Oh God, you were on the first task. You did the tutorial.
I got the tutorial done.
I love the way they did the tutorial because it gives you backstory as you're going through.
What? It took that long?
No, seriously, Damien, one of the lead developers, or wait, he is the lead developer, isn't he? Or lead level
right
design?
here. Senior gameplay designer.
Oh yeah, look at us name dropping and not knowing what they do. But he was like, "So what do you think?" And I was honest with him because I was like, "Dude, it looks really pretty." He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "And that's pretty much all I can tell you right now." He's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "It's just heavy, man. You have to sit down. You're like, I'm gonna play The Witcher 3." He's like, "Well, is that bad?" I'm like, "No, it's not bad at all, but it's
You're
not
just saying, I need some more time.
I'm gonna need to take 2 weeks of vacation when this game comes out because I'm not gonna want to leave it.
I'm just gonna.
Are you gonna take vacation whenever it comes out?
I don't have vacation, so I wouldn't be getting paid for 2 weeks, which still might be worth it, but no, unfortunately.
All right, look.
I do have a games case, though. Maybe I could just bring my
fun of
games
each other
case
for that
to work.
shit. Me and Dunny turned into fucking 14-year-olds when Mass Effect 3 came out. Let's have a sleepover.
I'll carry my games case and my collector's edition of Witcher 3 with me wherever I go.
Although I did have to give Damien a hard time because I have The Witcher 2. I got it on Steam, and so I got a new laptop that has a quad-core i7 processor in it. So it's basically got 8 cores with a GTX 980M, which is the graphics chip that NVIDIA just came out, their high-end graphics chip they just came out with in October for laptops. I ran The Witcher 2's auto detect, and it was like, you must run your graphics at low. So I went there, I was like, Damien, seriously, dude? What the, like, are you guys the new Crisis or something?
Yes.
He goes, you just need to get a better laptop. I was like, what?
Did you see the specs that they put out for Witcher 3?
What is it? Fuck you harder, fuck you with no lube, I'm gonna wrap my penis in barbed wire and then fuck you with it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is that what they're...
Wait, let me pull them up.
Phrasing.
Copying and pasting right now. I'm sending the minimum as well as the recommended, so you can have fun with that.
Alright, we're gonna read this out on air. Where's the chat?
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna have to head out pretty quick, guys.
Still recording. You can't tell people that your real life has to interfere when we're still recording.
I know. I'm
That's
sorry.
very unprofessional, Caleb. What kind of
Seriously, Caleb.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like,
you
how
go.
dare your real life pretend to...
you guys are jackasses.
All right, so the minimum core, or the minimum system requirements are a i5 3.3 gigahertz file, or an AMD CPU Phenom, or a Phenom 2 X4, 660 for the NVIDIA, or the Radeon HD 7870. 6 gigs of RAM, that's not too bad. DirectX 11, that's not bad. All right, now here is the part where they wrap the barbed wire around. So, CPU quad-core i7 3.4 gigahertz, or an AMD FX 8350 4 gigahertz. The NVIDIA GPU GeForce GTX 770, or the AMD Radeon R9 290 RAM 8 gig. My laptop is still better. No, I'm serious.
Is it?
It might not be in the processor speed, but the graphics card is definitely better.
Definitely better.
Definitely better.
You the Rain Man?
I'm still like getting used to my voice, dude. It does things, and I don't even.
definitely better.
Yeah, like there were a couple of times on the PAX floor where like Jen was like, "Are you going through puberty?"
No, that was a legit question.
I still love like one of my conversations from one of the parties we're at where one of the indie developers we talked to walked up to me and was like, "I consider you like beer," and I was drinking a gin and tonic, and I was like, "I do like beer." He's like, "Well, why aren't you drinking beer?" I'm like, "Because I said I like good beer." He's like, "What do they have on tap?" I'm like, "Obviously not good beer if I'm drinking a gin and tonic."
I'm messaging someone, and he's like, "Wait, where are you from?" I was like, "Central Mass." He goes, "Wait, there's a Central Mass?"
Yes. That's the only good part. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get down into shout-outs. Toaster. Shout-outs.
Shout-outs to Captain Last Minute.
Yes, sir. That's how I promise I'll be back.
Yeah, thank God we didn't have the guest tonight, or else it would have been all messed up.
I'm going to start that Twitter handle for you, Caleb, Captain Last Minute.
No, please don't.
Oh, yeah.
So I can add it to my
Totally.
collection of Twitter accounts. This will be fun.
We'll put the link on WeMadeThatShitUp.com.
Yeah.
Where you can find such wonderful fan theories like Isaac Clarke is descended from Shepard. Yeah. Shoutouts to Workman, Marsha. Shoutouts to the monk who came in for one day at PAX, determined to see me while I was up there. Shoutouts to all of the indie developers that we talked to, especially Robot Loves Kitty with Upsilon Circuit, because, man, that's some fucked up shit right there. Like Calvin, the designer, like looked at Aaron and he was like, "I'm gonna blow your mind." And of course, like, you know, there was the eyebrow twitch of like, "Come on." And then he like started talking, and it was like your jaw just got more and more slack as he just kept talking because you were just like, "What?"
He'll be on a future show.
Yeah, that'll be good. Shoutouts to Steampunk Batman, Top Hat Buddies for life, hashtag. Doing it backwards. Yeah, shoutouts to manatees with lettuce on their faces.
Damn straight.
I don't know what... And shoutouts to Ancient Aliens, which is finding a way to connect aliens to everything.
Who? What?
Ancient Aliens. Seriously, if you want to crack up, watch Ancient Aliens.
Okay.
And shoutouts to How It's Made for putting me in an awkward position of having to call my own self on Twitter. Call my own self out on Twitter.
Why did you do that?
There was a section on how it's made. You know that show, right? On the Science Channel.
Yes.
Which it's like It's like TV heroin because it just is so monotonous. You're just like, oh, I can't change the channel because this is just so relaxing. But they were showing how to make stickers, and not just any stickers, like the bright, like Lisa Frank type crazy unicorn rainbows fairy dust stickers. Mm-hmm. And there was a little person making the stickers.
There's a little person making the stickers. Come on.
I'm not doing it. Nope. But like I was like, I want to say something about this, but I don't want to deal with social justice warriors. Hashtag Twitter problems. Like I don't know. I'm not even trying to defend myself because that's like the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, seriously, somebody at the How It's Made production department did not put 2 and 2 together here.
Oh shit! All right, Jen.
Oh, and shout
Yeah,
outs.
I don't have many shout outs. Shout outs to you guys. That's it.
Shout outs to being a video game character that I didn't even know about.
Well, no, I knew I was in the game. I didn't know where I was in the game.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Boot Hill Heroes. It's a Steam game. I'm a character in it.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I've been in the game for what, 2 years? 2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
So like, if I download this game, I'll be able to. Like,
but
play
I didn't know where I was in the game, and I didn't ask the developer where I was. So when we met with him, which it's Dave Welch from Experimental Gamer, when we met with him at PAX, I was like, "So where am I in the game?" And he knew right off the top of his head. And it turns out I'm like a waitress in like this old-timey West place that sells turtle soup.
The fuck?
So that's what
What is
I do.
your name
So now
in
I need to go back through. I need to play the game again so I can screenshot myself. I also have to find Dunham because he's in the game too.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Where's your name in it?
I don't know. And I didn't write it down. I didn't take notes.
I'm thinking it's gonna be Phoenix or something.
No, I don't think so.
All right, so shout outs to everybody. Shout outs to Jen and Toaster. I know I got all sentimental on Twitter the other day.
I wasn't being an asshole. I was trying to be funny.
No, I know.
Totally getting.
I do, for real. I really do appreciate having the blessings that I have. So
it was like the joy and romance was getting a little thick. Because I just got really bad when I was like, he had half a cider. Then you were like, no, bro, I'm just trying to be thankful. I was like, oh.
It's just Twitter translating it bad because I had something like that happen with Tiff and Captain Redbeard too. I said something on Twitter and she was like, I know, I'm pretty sure this is sarcastic, but it's not translating properly through Twitter. And I was like, I'm sorry, I wasn't being a smart ass. But shout outs to Dara, shout outs to Thomas Rogers. Thanks a lot for sending a copy of Battlefield. We're going to do a giveaway of it on Second Opinion. Just shout outs to everybody, man. Like, I've been really busy here recently. I'm trying to get my mind straight and getting everything done. But I'm just, I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm here having fun, doing stuff, chocolate and Oreos, butterflies.
What?
Anyways, guys, this is episode 148 of the Second Opinion Podcast. Make sure to check us out. Soon, we're going to have a special guest. I told him...
What did you say?
Chocolate Oreo butterfly. What was the name of the company?
Our next guest is going to be Cliff from Glomtom.
Now, Glomtom makes a waist pillow for you to put your arms under while you're gaming. I wouldn't consider it really more or less a pillow. I don't know exactly how to explain it. But the videos that I saw, like everybody that was using it, once he took it off, and they were like, "Can you put that back on my waist, please?"
Oh, it's fabulous. It's ridiculously comfortable.
To rest your arms on top of while you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
we're gonna have him. We will have at some point Calvin and Alex from Robot Loves Kitty. I talked to them, as well as someone I'm not certain yet from Frema Studios, which are the people who did Chariot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And soon, he said that he would be getting back to me in the next week or so. to let me know when he can come on. But we are finally getting Matt, the co-creator of Loot Crate, on the podcast. He is coming on hopefully in the next couple of episodes. Obviously, he's been busy going to all the events that he's been going to. But we will have him on to talk about Loot Crate and the upcoming things. With...
I wonder if we can get them to make Funko Pop Vinyls of us.
Dude, that would be awesome.
You'd have to talk to Funko.
Yeah, we need to talk to Funko. Anyways, all right, guys. Episode 148 of the Second Opinion Podcast. Make sure to check us out at secondopinionpod.com. Check out Jen. Check out Jen on Twitch. What is your Twitch again?
Twitch.tv/PhoenixFire0729. And I have a contest. I have a contest. If I get to 75 followers by April 1st, I'm giving away a $25 gift card to either Xbox, PSN, or Steam, your choice.
What?
Blown.
Make sure to follow Jen on Twitter at PhoenixFire2912 for some more info on that as well. More info. Also check out 16-Bit Assassins. You can also check them out over at 16bitassassins.com. Fantastic podcast, hilarious group of people.
Correct needs.
But if you're going in there to listen to a normal podcast, you're very sorely mistaken. It's a fantastic cast, but you got to get ready.
You took a wrong turn down a dark alley.
Yeah, you did. All right, guys. We
spent 30 minutes the other show, talking about SKCDs. They're like a tactical website, but apparently they are now selling bags of dicks.
Fucking weird. That's a good way to end the show.
Yeah, go to SKCD.
Bags of dicks.
Bags of dicks.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Have a good night. Make sure to check us out at
secondopinionpod.com. Bags of dicks.
Bags of dicks. Peace out. Peace out.
Thanks for tuning in to the Second Opinion Podcast. This podcast has been brought to you by Second Opinion Productions. Gaming is our passion. Podcasting is our profession. Check us out at secondopinionpod.com and make sure to follow us at Second Opinion Pro.